Anne McGlaughlin, lovely to see you here today, good to be here. I'd like to say a special hello to our many fans in the transactivist movement who are monitoring our every turfy word and who try to shut us up by any means possible, except by having grown-up arguments, because I just don't have any of those. And it's good to see some of the boys and girls in blue standing around ready to arrest us for telling the truth, just in case we hurt someone's feelings. Seriously, when I got home from the last event here in early July, I was amazed to see that people had tried to stop that event from happening. One trans activist posted, despite the police being warned, they were present at the event and did not prevent it happening. Can you believe that? 150 years of free speech at Speaker's Corner, and there are people who think they can just snap their fingers and the police will jump and do their bidding. Why would they think that? Could it be anything to do with the fact that the police are now so enthralled to gender ideology that they've forgotten what they're actually supposed to be for? By the way, it was claimed that a renowned transphobe was here last time, and in fact, we've just heard her here again. She was preaching hate speech. Well, here are some of the examples of hate speech that they object to. Women do not have penises. How hateful is that? She encouraged parents to know what schools are teaching about trans people. How hateful to think that parents should have the right to know what their children are being taught. And this one's great. We don't want men with or without their penis in our toilets or our prisons. We should be so ashamed for opposing the rights of transgender Katie Dolotovsky to go into a women's toilet in a supermarket and sexually molest a 10-year-old girl, and in another supermarket women's toilet to try and secretly film a 12-year-old girl. And then he's rewarded by the Scottish criminal justice system by being sent to a women's hostel. That's justice, is it? Well, maybe if they let all the other inmates beat the crap out of him, it would be.
That would happen.
And how hateful are we for opposing the right of Joel Hardman, who disguised himself as a woman, to enter women's toilets and take photos and audio recordings under the cubicle partitions. Poor man. And how hateful of us to deprive the right of cross-dresser Mark Lazarus the opportunity to try to rape any more 71-year-old women in women's toilets. Women who just need to pee, but who end up too traumatized to ever again venture into what is and what always should be women's spaces. And by women, and I know this is so hateful, but I'm going to say it anyway, by women I mean adult human female. And that will never change no matter how hard their goon squad try to intimidate us. And how ironic that Susie Ison, who you'll hear from in a little while, should get a visit from police because she posted a picture on her own Facebook page showing these stickers. A visit from police over stickers? Are you kidding me? And these are not stickers that are threatening or promoting violence and sexual assault against anybody, unlike what the trans activists do to us every single day, and the police do nothing because they don't give a stuff. These say protect single-sex spaces, celebrate diversity by silencing women. That's irony, by the way. modern day witch hunts, I refuse to bow down. The fact that posting these stickers on Facebook should generate complaints to the police, to Facebook or anyone just shows how true they are. It is a witch hunt and they are trying to silence us. Is the irony lost on these numbskulls, or are they too arrogant and entitled to care? On my Facebook page yesterday, I posted a photo of these stickers and some more where I'd stuck them up somewhere in London. If the police want to pay me a visit over them, bring it. You've already got my address, thanks to the thugs. But remind yourselves, police, what High Court Judge Justice Knowles said earlier this year about the police in the case of Harry Miller. He said they were behaving in a manner reminiscent of the Gestapo and the Stasi. Is that how they want to be seen? Okay, I'm being hard on the police. That's because I hate them, no longer trust them. But I'm not talking about individual police officers here. I know there are some that are decent, dedicated and courageous. I don't believe for a second that every police officer goes along with all this crap. They have no choice. We know that police officers are at risk of being disciplined, of losing out on promotions, of losing their very livelihoods if they dare to put their heads above the parapet. The very kindly detective constable who was in charge of the investigation into the assault on me 3 years ago in this very spot got a rebuke from his senior officer because he put out an appeal for information to the press in which he called my male assailants men. The trans activists complained and they just rolled over. 2 weeks ago, the story broke of a woman with 16 years experience as a police officer being told by 2 police forces not to apply for jobs with them because she'd said up front she was gender critical. That means she agrees with that. What's worse is that when she told one of those forces that she knew they had other gender critical officers serving with them already, she was asked to identify them so they could be investigated. How sinister, how Orwellian is that? Police forces around the country have shown time and again over the past few years that they're not on our side. They are betraying, intimidating and trying to silence women and men. Let's not forget Harry. So before I go, I'd like to put in a word for the Fair Cop group who need all the support they can get in fighting back. Their website is at faircop.org.uk. It's run by this bloke here. Don't know who he is. They're on Twitter as well. And we need to fight back because the police should be there to uphold the law and protect the public and not to promote a misogynistic ideology on behalf of a tiny bunch of bullies. Thank you.